What's up guys, Miss Pass here, back with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes commentary video, and this one is going to be a real short little kill order tutorial for territory battles. Now, the easiest way to describe this is going to be going into our details tab here and actually reading about all of our enemies in order to really get a good idea of how dangerous enemies are and which ones are really going to be the top priority in dispatch when you're in your combat missions. Now, of course, we've got our run-of-the-mill snowtrooper. They are going to be much stronger than the snowtrooper in your own roster, so that's something to keep in mind here. Now, when you do see the little green skull icon above an enemy, that means that they are elite. Elite troops will gain a special ability, and for snowtroopers, that is the trigger happy buff. The snowtrooper has a 70% counter chance, which means don't just go trigger happy on them. Pun intended there. And his first basic attack each turn will call an assist, which means, you know, daze is going to be useful when you're dazing those most powerful enemies, especially the other elites, so that they don't call in on the assist, dealing 50% less damage. So, that's a little nice thing. Okay, Snowtrooper Ops. These guys suck. These are obviously one of the most dangerous guys out there, and that is mostly because of their ability here to blow out your squad. Deals physical damage to all enemies and dispels all buffs on them with a 50% chance to also inflict tenacity down for 2 turns. All around bad news. I do not like Snowtrooper Ops, and so I always go for these guys first, and that is my personal recommendation to you. Kill the Snowtrooper Ops first, or at least crowd control them with daze, stuns, ability blocks, something of that sort to keep them from clearing all this buffs from your squad, because we all know that a lot of buffs, or a lot of squads out there, especially light side squads, thrive on buffs. His elite ability is, while he is stealthed, the Snowtrooper Ops Elite basic attack deals massive damage to units with less than 70% health. That's where you see the 99,999 damage coming out all over your squad. So basically, if you see a Snowtrooper Ops, kill him. If you see an elite Snowtrooper Ops, double kill him. These guys are dangerous. They will destroy you. Their basic attack deals the massive damage. That means you can't even ability block them from killing your entire squad. So definitely make sure that you are dispatching the Snowtrooper Ops first. They are dangerous. Snowtrooper Commanders, I leave these guys for last. They are really kind of a pain in the butt because their ability here, fall back. Whenever Snowtrooper Commander falls below full health, the healthiest ally taunts and gains protection up for 35% protection up for 2 turns. Just crappy. I don't like to attack these guys because as soon as you start attacking them, they start throwing taunts and buffs and all kinds of stuff all over the place. And then Energize here. Allies gain protection up 10% for 2 turns for each debuffed enemy, stacking so up to 50%. And if no enemies are debuffed, all allies gain offense up an advantage for 3 turns instead. So it's just, these guys suck. I don't like them. Really, all of them suck. But then again, I mean, that's the whole point of this, right? Is for all the enemies to suck. But, you know, some suck more than others. Obviously, Snowtrooper Ops, these guys I leave till last because while they don't necessarily deal a whole lot of damage, they do throw around a lot of buffs, so they're more annoying than anything else, which is what your airstrike. If you unlock the airstrike ability, is incredibly useful because it strips all those buffs, strips turn meter, and does a whole ton of damage. So that's a really nifty ability there, and I'll talk about that in a minute here. If he is elite, he has a 70% chance to gain 100% turn meter after using a special ability, which is why you see these guys just going turn after turn after turn after turn after turn, and they just leapfrog because they give each other, you know, they'll give 100% turn meter to an ally, and if they give 100% turn meter to another elite Snowtrooper Commander, then it's just a cascading waterfall of of just turn after turn after turn. So these guys are incredibly annoying. They're more of a nuisance than anything else. The Imperial Probe Droids. These guys, I'd say, are probably the second priority behind the Snowtrooper Ops. So order of kill would be Snowtrooper Ops, then the Imperial Probe Droids, because these guys will expose your squad, they'll feed turn meter to their allies, and then they'll also strip turn meter from your squad. And then once you knock them down below 100% health, then you have to deal with the self-destruct ability. The Imperial Probe Droid sacrifices itself to deal heavy physical damage to a target enemy and additional physical damage to all other enemies. This attack can't be evaded. This ability is disabled while the Imperial Probe Droid has full health. Like I said, once he falls below full health, then you have to worry about the self-destruct. Detect is annoying as heck, especially when you're running R2 in your squad and you try to hide everybody behind stealth. This dude just comes out and goes, boop, and everybody pops out of stealth. Crazy annoying, but then, like I said, they just feed turn meter, because anytime one of your squad members gets target locked, he reduces their turn meter by 15%, and it's just crazy. It's just all around bad news. I don't like these guys at all, so kill these guys after you kill the Snowtrooper Ops. Then the Stormtroopers, they're generic, they taunt, whatever. Stormtrooper Commander, they heal, whatever. Not that big a deal. TIE Fighter Pilot, pretty much the same TIE Fighter Pilot that you have on your roster. They can gain the Foresight, they do their AoE, they do the buff immunity, they do the ability block. They do a lot of damage, single target. So these guys I would probably kill behind the probe droids. So Snowtrooper Ops, the probe droid, then the TIE Fighter Pilot. Then you have the ATST driver. These guys are just kind of a nuisance too. At the end of each turn, the cooldowns are reduced by 1 for each debuffed enemy. If no ally is debuffed, then their cooldown is reduced for by 1 for each debuffed ally. If no ally is debuffed, then he gains 15% turn meter. Not that big of a deal. However, his basic does give himself turn meter, so he has an ability to really gain a lot of turn meter here. And then he also dispels debuffs on another target ally and reduces all their cooldowns by 1. So if you're trying to stun lock the Commander Ops, the Snowtrooper Ops guys, these guys can remove that stun. So you want to be careful about these guys. So ability block them if you can, or just kill them. You know, if you have the Snowtrooper Ops stunned, then kill the ATST driver. But all in all, these guys are pretty much just a nuisance. Now, we get into these special strategic abilities. Now, these are from completing platoon missions, and the one I really want to talk about is the Rebel Strafing Run. Right here, on level 1, it deals physical damage to all allies, dispels all buffs, and removes 30% turn meter. In addition, inflicts defense down on target enemy for 3 turns. The level 2, which is unlocked from filling out 4 platoons, is the 35% increased damage. And that is a substantial increase. I have seen this ability wipe almost an entire stage of enemies. All in all, guys, I hope this video was helpful to you, and if it was, definitely give it a thumbs up. Always appreciate that. And as always, guys, like, favorite, subscribe, check me out on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, join my Discord server to continue the conversation, and I'll catch you all later.